Hey everyone, Paramite here. In this video, I'm going to show you guys my Modern Warfare 3 settings for my controller setup that I have. I know you guys been asking a lot for more videos when it comes down to my setup, how do I play and things like that. So with that being said, I'll be producing way much more content in the long form format so you guys can keep up to date with my settings. Also, you can try them out to see if they work for you. And I also want to say thank you guys for your support on my channel. Right now, we broke already the 200 subscriber mark, which is amazing. We're sitting right now at 207, and that's because you guys are supporting my content and you guys been watching and you guys been reacting and commenting. Always space for improvement. So if you guys can react to my video down in the comments down below, please do so. Tell me what I can do better. Tell me what to change. We're going big right now with the amount of stuff that I have planned for you guys. So I just really hope that I will see you guys on the next ones. Please take care of yourself and have an amazing day. Later. So just going over my settings, I think the first and most important thing that I want to share about will be what controller am I using. So I'm very basic. I'm actually using a PS4 controller with the back paddles. Back paddles, you bought them, I think it's like $14.99 on Amazon. These back paddles actually help you customize commands. This is very useful. So if you want to keep your finger on the thumbs, it's really important that you use these back paddles. Back paddles are super useful, so I highly recommend you to buy them from Amazon. It's very easy to use. Once you plug it in, you're gonna see this button right here, LED. Use this right here, and then it's gonna show you how you want to customize them. You don't have to do nothing when it comes down to configuration itself, which is also very useful and good. But also, for the most part, my controller layout is still the same. The only thing that it changed is the dead zone inputs, and let's talk about dead zone a little bit. So dead zone is basically how much force you need to put into your finger and your thumb to actually have the stick to react to it, right? So when it comes down to this, I do like to rotate and move my thumb as quickly as I can, and I want basically instant movement going on, right? So with that being said, my left stick thumb is actually on 0. So now you're gonna say, oh, but if you put it on 0, you're gonna have stick drift. So just so you guys know, the stick drift helps a lot with rotational aim assist and aim assist overall, because you're always going to be in the move. So every time that you're moving your thumb in different directions and you're on the move itself, if you spot a target, aim assist will be activated way much more rather than having your dead zone actually hide itself, right? So I do highly recommend. Obviously 0 is basically no dead zone at all, so the thumb itself, it's gonna be moving without even any specific direction that you're putting into it or force. So I would just advise you to just start with 3 or 4 and just make your way down. This will be very useful for you when it comes down to these gunfights where you need to be on the move and you need that aim assist to be stick to it really quick. So the maximum depth stick dead zone, I put it at 40. Normally it's 95, so mine is very low as well. You need to play this within time. You're gonna get better and you'll make adjustments. For the right stick thumbstick, the minimum I put it on 1, and then the right stick maximum I put it on 85. Again, the default values for the most part for the left and right on the minimum side is around 4 or 5, and then for the right stick is normally 95 as far as I know. For the left trigger, I put it actually on 0, and the reason why is as soon as I press the left trigger or the right trigger, I just want instant action. So with that being said, I put it on 0. I think it's better when I'm shooting guns. I think it's faster, it's more reliable. Again, my control doesn't have like a type of mouse click triggers. So with that being said, this actually helped me be up to par when I'm having these gunfights with other people, right? Other than that, that's it in this side right here in the control section. Now going to the aiming, my aiming has been 6.6. So I've been using 6.6 for most of my time right now. It's really important that this is something that whatever best works for you, right? But eventually you need to do some fine tuning with it. So 6.6 is kind of my sweet spot, and the ADS sensitivity multiplier is a 65. 65 is my number. When it comes down to third person and other stuff, I put it all on 55. And then when it comes down to tactical stance, I don't use that at all. I put it on 70, but I don't even use it. Aim, response, curve type, dynamic has been my option and my go-to for a long time. So basically with dynamic, it really says that ideal for more experienced players. It's fast started movement that slows down to the aiming rate, and then a reverse is curve mapping. So this is like a hot topic right here, but just to narrow it down, basically it's for fight tuning when you are having gunfights. So basically, when you are moving your crosshair, it's more accurate when it comes to aiming on long distance. So that's the reason why I have it. Um, Multiplier focus, 65 as well. ADS, sensitivity, transition, timing is on instant. And then the custom sensitivity person, I know people have it on different values. I keep it very simple with myself, so I'll just leave everything off. Target aim assist is actually on. Aim assist type, have it on default. People been saying that when they use precision focusing or Black Ops, you get different type of aim assist. In my case, I use default. It works really good. I have no issues with it, so I stick to it. Motion sensor aiming, I don't have a PS5 controller, so with that being said, it's off. Nothing is gonna change if you put it on and you have a PS4 controller. Going into gameplay, really important. Automatic sprint. I do have automatic tactical sprint. I want to be sprinting the entire time because that makes me move faster within the map. Slide, maintain sprint, obviously on. As soon as you slide and you stop the animation, you're gonna go straight to sprint if it's available. Auto move forward, I have it off. I don't want my operator to be moving forward the whole time. Tactical sprint behavior is double tap, but I have automatic tactical sprint on, so with that being said, it doesn't make any difference. Ground mantle, I have it off. Automatic airborne mantle, I have it off. Automatic ground mantle hand is off. Slide dive behavior, I have it slide only. I'm not doing no dolphin dives, I'm only doing sliding. I know this is a little bit controversial right here, but this is the way that I do it. It's been working for me really well. I don't really think I have a reason as of right now to be doing dolphin dives. I know you can just escape from gunfights here and there, but I'm very mindful with my positioning. So with that being said, I just have everything slide only, no dolphin dive for me. Plunging on the water, I put it on free. Parachute automatic behavior, always put it off. The reason why is if you put it on and you're playing, let's say like Ram, Battle Royale, or Rebirth, as soon as you're landing at a certain distance, it will automatically turn on your parachute, and that will put you in a warning, because if you have people around you, you need to stop your parachute so you can go down, and you're gonna be an easy free kill, right? Sprinting door bash, that's basically when you're sprinting and you're pushing the door with force. That's what it does. Ledge clean behavior, I have it on mantle only. Gas mask activation is on manual, and then the combat behaviors, I have aim downside behavior on hold, chainsaw activation on melee, focus behavior on hold, equipment behavior on hold, weapon mount activation, double tap ADS, and weapon mount exit delayed on short. Tactical stance activation, I have it disabled. I have nothing to do with tactical stance. I don't use tactical stance at all. When it comes down to the interact with low behavior, I have it on prioritize interact. Armor plate behavior, I want to put as many plates as I can, just pressing triangle, so I have applied all. And ADS stick swap, I have it off. Everything else that you guys see here, nothing changed at all. Everything is kind of the same. So these are basically my controller aiming and gameplay settings. Now we're gonna go over to the graphic settings. So for the graphic settings, my display is full screen borderless. The reason why is because I have 3 monitors in my setup. I have one on the left, I have one on the right, and with that being said, it needs to be borderless, so that way when I move my mouse over to one of the screens, I can do it instead of actually doing exclusive or window, which is gonna look smaller. My display monitor, my main monitor is a LG Ultra Gear, and then I have 2 more monitors over here. My display adapter, I'm still using a GeForce RTX 3080 Ti. It's overclocked, so it gives me good performance, right? I'm not getting 300 FPS, but I'm very steady on the 110, 120, which is fine for me, right? The screen refresh rate right now, my monitor is on 160. Refresh rate on my LG, which is my main one. Aspect ratio is automatic, and then everything else for the most part here is the same. The brightness, I got it on 55. And then it's this right here, NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency. It really depends on the type of video card that you have, but I have it on boost. This actually basically states that low latency mode is now enabled and optimizing system latency. Additionally, GPU clock frequencies are kept high in CPU-bound cases. This can reduce latency, but it will increase GPU power draw. I don't care about the GPU power draw. Obviously, it's energy that I'm consuming, but I do care a lot when it comes down to system latency, and that's the reason why I have it on boost. Eco mode preset is on efficient. That's basically energy saving stuff. VSync is off, and other than that, that's it. Now going to the general graphic settings, right? So this is really, really important because this is definitely something that you need to analyze depending on the graphic that you have, and it's case by case, right? So when it comes down to upscale sharpening, I decide to use NVIDIA DLSS, right? And what is this? Basically, if you have a RTX video card, it's basically a AI deep learning that boosts your frame rate and generate beautiful and sharp images, right? So why I am not using Fidelity XCAS. So when I've been like getting into a lot of troubleshooting and measuring and see what setup will be the best for my frame rate and also for my graphics and the quality of my screen when I'm playing. For some reason, Fidelity XCAS, which is normally the one people use the most, was giving me around 80 to 90 FPS, right? So I decided to try NVIDIA DLS, and for some reason it's giving me 110 and 120 FPS, which is a lot. Obviously, the quality of my image is not as the Fidelity XCAS, but at the same time, the difference is not that much. So with that being said, DLSS is what is giving me the most frame rate and is keeping my screen good, decent, so I can just freely and seeing everything. There's no like shaders or reloading shades and all those stuff when I'm looking a long distance. So this is actually really, really good. If you have RTX video card, give it a shot and let me know in the comments down below what do you think about it. Path tracing ray reconstruction, I got this off. I don't really need this at all. VRAM scale target, I know people been using 90, 80, 70, but I've been hearing that sometimes when you put it very, very high, your screen and your gameplay starts stuttering. So I have it on 50 and I have no issues at all. When it comes down to the texture resolution, I have everything in low for the most part. I can increase it to normal or high, but honestly speaking, my game is looking good, the screen is looking good, and I have a lot of friends, and it doesn't really make much sense for me to actually elevate these settings even higher, because if everything is working out right now, why fix it, Other than that, that's all I have. When it comes down to the field of view, so field of view, I have using 100 right now. I used to use 120, but I decided to go down to 100, and this is kind of my sweet spot for me right now. It's been working out really, really well. ADS fields of view, I have it unaffected. Weapon field of view is on wide. Third person field of view is on 80. I don't use third person at all, so it is what it is. And then vehicle field of view is default. For the camera settings, warp motion blur, I got it off. That consumes resources from my video card, so I'm not gonna turn that on. Weapon motion blur, it makes your weapon blurry when you're moving, so that's off as well. Film grain, I have it on 0. The default value is 0.25, so basically grain is like granulate. I don't know if you guys can see the screens comparing left and right. So left one is without grain and right side is with grain. So I got it on 0. I like my picture to be as clear as possible. First person camera movement, third and third. This is all default values, least, third person ADS, and then spectator camera is on game perspective. That's when somebody kills me and I'm spectating somebody else, right? Inverter flashbang, this is really interesting. You can either switch it from white to black. So if you turn it on, the picture on the right side will be what the flashbang is going to look like. People say that on black, people they see better rather than white, which I get it, but I'll just keep it off for now. It doesn't really make a lot of changes for me. It makes a lot of difference, right? And then last but not least, my audio settings. So for my audio settings, people been saying headphone boost. I've been using PC speaker and it's been working out really, really well. I'm using my headphones with the Artix Nova Pro, and then speaker output I got it on stereo, right? Master gain volume I got it on 100, voice chat volume is on 60. I gotta turn it on. Game voice channel I put it on lobby. Last words voice chat I put it on. Proximity chat is on. And then other than that, that's what we have, guys. So these are my settings for both graphics, audio. So if you do like my settings, please drop in your comment down below. If you do have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer any other questions. So hopefully you guys like it, enjoy it, and try it out.